guys. Welcome to Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs here, Sunday night edition, late Sunday night news here. Marquise Davis flipping his commitment from Kentucky to Mizzou. Let's talk about it. But first, I need you guys, as always, if you're not doing it already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Spotify. Yeah, Marquise Davis, guys. Big time flip here for Drinkwitz in Missouri. He's a 6 foot, 210 running back, pound running back. That's 24/7's measurements on him. There's slight variation, but that seems to be probably the closest to accurate. Running back, as I said, Cleveland Heights High School, naturally. It's in Cleveland, Ohio. Everywhere you look, he's a 4-star. No matter your recruiting service of choice, that's what they got him as. If you're wondering, well, okay, 4-star. 4 stars are sometimes pretty good. Other times you're not that impressed. Well, in 2023, he was the Gatorade Ohio Player of the Year. So you have that. He's not going to have accolades like that because he's missed 4 games due to injury in 2024. So he's missing too much time for anything like that. So it's not like he had one miracle year. It's injury that's going to keep him from a lot of accolades this season. He did, however, have a single game, one game, 465 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns. Let me repeat that. One game, 465 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns. That's absurd, in case you don't know football stats. That is insane. That's what Missouri's getting. As I mentioned, he's a flip. He had been committed to Kentucky since early May, May 1st, I want to say. Early May, anyway. He visited, pulled the trigger on the flip to Mizzou. So aside from Kentucky and Missouri, who else was going after him? Well, all the Big Ten powers that be. Kid from Cleveland has offers from Ohio State and Michigan and Notre Dame and Penn State. I know Notre Dame's not Big Ten, but same footprint. Along with Florida, Tennessee, Texas A&M, the USC Trojans. So yeah, pretty substantial offer list there, right, guys? When you look at Davis's film and other scouting reports that I've seen, the first thing you notice on the film is that there's not a whole lot of time wasted in terms of dancing. He does not waste time. He will hit the hole and he just goes. And his attitude with running appears to be, I'm going right there, try and stop me. And more often than not, he's getting a good chunk of yards. So that's the first thing you see. You also see the fact that he's not a slight guy. At 6 foot 210, he's been in the weight room enough that, yeah, he's sturdy. He has the durability to take on a lot of punishment and be a guy who carries the ball 20 times, maybe more. You don't want to have to do that, but if it comes to that, you can feel comfortable with a guy like Marquise Davis with that type of scenario. So he's super athletic. You notice that when he's got the ball in terms of having good speed on the football field. Part of that is translation from his track running. He runs track 22.6 in the 200-meter dash. It's not going to win you any state championships, but that's pretty fast. He plays defense. He had 91 tackles as a junior, part of why he won Player of the Year. So you have the toughness coming there. You notice in the film that there's a few times where guys are trying to come up on a tackle. He's got a powerful stiff arm. You notice that right off the bat. And while his game is kind of a mixture of speed and power, probably more of his power and just using his speed as a form of power, if that makes sense. He does have a little bit of wiggle to his game. It's not like he's got, completely stiff hips. He's got enough that it's a feature without being, a focal point. You understand my meaning there? And the guy's tough. It's going to take either a complete blindside, good form tackle for him to go down on the first hit, or just a complete tackling effort. That's what it's going to take. You by yourself, probably not happening. He's that strong. It's really impressive for a high school guy to be that strong and that durable and able to keep his feet. As the little thing says up top, Flipness season. This is, the last couple days before National Signing Day are crazy. You have recruits who are seeing, well, this team I committed to, I thought they were good. Now things are going off the rails, or coaching change, or what have you. The things going off the rails, well, look at Kentucky, not bowl eligible. Things seem to be going downhill in a hurry for them. Kentucky, there are those who think that Davis was the best recruit in their class. So that's something that you can kind of hang your hat on. Missouri just yanking him away. He's the 16th known commitment to Mizzou. That number includes Lamont Rogers. So, subtract one. Rogers is officially a Mizzou commitment, but anywhere you look, they're saying no, he's going to A&M. So keep that in mind. As far as Mizzou and running backs, they do have Jamarian Morrow in the fold, still committed, not as sure of a thing to flip as Rogers, but there's concern that Jamarian Morrow could flip to A&M as well, or even Georgia. If you were to flip, A&M seems like the more likely threat, but tough to say for now. And Missouri could keep him. We'll see. Part of the reason Missouri could keep both Jamarian Morrow and Marquise Davis, both four-star, very talented running backs, is the fact that this Missouri offense, as a program, they've got a lot to offer running backs. Just think of what's happened since Drinkwitz has been the coach. You had Larry Roundtree, who was great. Tyler Beatty in 2021 led the SEC in rushing. Then you had, let's see here. Well, Cody Schrader, 2023. His miracle run, eighth in the Heisman. Again, led the SEC in rushing. You had two guys in 3 years lead the SEC in rushing yardage. And then you look at Nate Noel and Marcus Carroll, the first time Mizzou has really done kind of running back by committee. And they've both been great. Their games are different. They complement each other well. That's something where maybe Morrow and Davis can complement each other in a couple years' time. You have Morrow when you need some wiggle and some speed, and you have Davis, who, especially if he has any more weight and strength, he could be the weather's garbage, so cutting is out the window, or I need 3 yards right now. It could be something where they complement each other like that. We'll see. But Drinkwitz has established a history, I'd say, of successful running back play, and I think running backs across the country are taking notice. And Drinkwitz can point to stuff when he's selling running backs. If they don't know already, he can say, oh, yeah, tell you what, these guys, they split, so their stats aren't that impressive, but running back before was eighth in the Heisman, led the league in rushing. 2 years prior, guy led the league in rushing. That's what we do here. That is something that's going to get people's attention, right? It got Marquise Davis attention, that and perhaps some NIL. That's college football these days, so never discount NIL as a factor. We'll never know really how much that of a factor that was if it was straight up a purchase or if it was Kentucky imploding or he liked Drake or who knows. Combination thereof, whatever. But hey, keep it tuned here, guys. This is not going to be the last video I do on this recruiting class, I get a feeling. I think there's going to be another flip or two coming. Don't know where that'll happen, but keep it tuned here to Under the Arch Sports, and we will have you covered as quickly as it happens. Thank you guys for watching.